Welcome back to the show. Let's get my next guest right out here. Now, here's a play on words for you. If you Lycett hot, you've come to the right place. It is the fabulously funny Mr. Joe Lycett. Great to see you in the Gangnam Style. You know John, you know Barry, Hello. Hello. Lovely to have you here, and thank you for coming on the show. I've been a fan of yours since I first saw you on TV doing, I think it was 8 out of 10 Countdown Does Cats, or one of those things.
Yes, I have done that one, yeah.
Okay,
I was admiring your rose between your arse cheeks.
I bet you were.
I tried the same thing with a Toblerone once.
Wow.
I'm horribly wrong.
Were there circumstances leading up to that, or just a boring night in?
Yeah, I was feeling a bit lonely.
Wow.
I didn't think it would be like this. The first thing I say on the Jonathan Ross show is shut the Toblerone
You know
mouth.
what?
That's what, life just goes like that sometimes, doesn't it?
You know, Joe, none of us thought it would be like that. I'm thrilled you're here, though, because I thought you might not be able to make it, because I saw this picture of you. You'd had an injury. You broke or fractured your elbow recently?
Yes, that's me taking a selfie in A&E. I was doing a photo shoot for doing a DVD that comes out later in the year, and I like kicking my leg in the air.
Yeah, okay.
And I was doing it on concrete, and I kicked that leg in the air, and while that leg was in the air, I thought, I'll kick that leg in the air. Which, I don't know if you're a fan of gravity. Basically, I landed and I fractured I fractured the neck of my radial head.
Wow.
Which apparently is all right, it's fine.
OK, so that was
So I can just about... can't quite get it straight. Oh. And my physio's told me I have to get used to pain.
We have photographs from that photo shoot, so here we go. This is one before the fall, so we can see exactly what's going on.
Half a second before I did it.
OK, and then we have a photo, and then presumably they didn't take pictures when you were done. That's you straight afterwards?
Yeah, I'm trying to hold it together, aren't I? That's not a good arm, is it? That's not...
Have they administered the morphine at that stage?
No, I mean, it's 3 seconds after I did it. And what I like about it is I'm trying to hold it together. I think in my head at that point, I'm fine.
But you do look like... It looks like you're beginning to sweat, even in that picture. The face, you're holding it together.
Yeah, I've gone green. Yeah.
You ever had anything work-related, any accidents like that?
I used to call bingo in Portrush in Northern Ireland, Phil's Bingo, and it was one of the old-fashioned machines where the balls all went up like that there. And the only work injury I've ever had was I just looked one time over the tube where it came up and the ball. Kelly's I Red 1, actually, hit me right in the eye and so I had a bit of a shiner, and that was it.
Hit in the eye by Kelly's ball.
My worst work accident was doing a sitcom on the BBC One called Big Top.
And that's the end of the story.
That's it.
Some of us saw that. OK. Now, Joe has a book out, and if you've seen Joe on TV, you know he has a very lovely way with words. I think you're a very clever writer and a clever performer. And so explain the book, what you've done in the book. It's similar to your stage work, similar to your TV work, but somewhat different.
Yeah, well, it's a self-help book that won't help you. It's a self-help book, basically. Basically, I love trolling people that deserve to be trolled. So you mentioned PPI earlier. There's actually a chapter in there about how to claim for PPI.
Well, you see the cover there. It's Joe Lycett. It's Parsnips Buttered. First of all, the title. Why Parsnips, Buttered?
Because there's a routine in there which I did on Cat's Countdown, actually, about how I contested a parking fine. Get a lot of parking fines.
And that's just because you park illegally?
Yeah.
But you contest them, and I admire. That's the spirit.
Yeah, I love doing it. Currently, in your phone, you've got, reminders. Yeah. One of my reminders at the minute is just fuck up Leeds Council.
Well, what are your favourite ones of the exchanges you've had with... And it seems to be mainly bureaucracy, but sometimes it's individuals as well who've written to you.
Yeah, there's the Sun newspaper. I've tried to sell stories to them that haven't happened.
So you've thought... OK, so tell me about one of the stories you've tried to place in the Sun.
One I got quite close with, which is in the book, which is... tried to tell them that Matt Baker was kicking a pigeon. Matt Baker, who presents the one...
Matt Baker from the one show. No man you would think of as having any anger in his heart towards any animal, let alone a pigeon. You think so?
I feel like he's a psychopath.
Wow. So you phone them or you write to them and say, I think I have a picture of Matt Baker kicking a pigeon?
Yeah.
And they come back and
say, well, can you show it to us?
So they were genuinely interested?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they thought that was news?
Yeah. And I said, I won't give you the picture until you give me an offer as to how much you'll pay for it. And I did generously. I said I've attached a cropped version of the image, which was just a picture of a pigeon that I googled. And then it sort of spiralled from there, basically. But they didn't buy the image.
So because you didn't have his foot in contact with the pigeon.
Well, it doesn't exist, Jonathan.
Ah, I see. OK, so now, let's get a little serious for a moment here.
Oh.
Let's talk about sex and sexuality. You've described yourself as pansexual.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know. Let's move on. Now, pansexual, what does that actually mean? That means you're kind of open to all offers, not literally, but I mean, like, you don't define yourself as any particular brand.
Are you coming on to me? What's
no,
happening?
I just...
No, I've gone with bisexual for most of my life, but I realised that bisexual still kind of means that sexuality is to do with gender, and I feel like it's partly to do with gender, but I can only sort of know about my own sexuality, but I sort of sometimes just sort of look at, like, someone's thigh, and I think, whoa.
So regardless of what or who the thigh is attached to,
yeah,
the thigh's enough?
Well, no, I'm not going to fuck a thigh, am I?
The thigh's the limit.
Thigh's the limit, that's the new talk show.
You know, in Northern Ireland, a pan is a sliced loaf. So the idea of pansexual is entirely different in Northern Ireland. That really is a lonely night.
Well, I stick Toblerones up my arse, so...
Yeah.
We've got lots to learn, haven't we?
You're either going to get so many free Toblerones after this or be banned from ever buying one again.
Yeah.
OK, and congratulations to you. You were number 10 in Attitude Magazine's Hot 100 list.
Yeah.
Now,
10th hottest man in the world,
wow,
they said.
that's amazing.
There's a silence of disbelief in the audience.
Who are the other 89 below you?
Daniel Craig was below me.
Wow.
Well, I mean, all other men other than the top 10.
All of us are below.
Yeah.
Who's number one?
Basically, what happened, after you do this vote every year, and you can vote for, the hottest man in the world and whatever, and I thought, well, I thought it'd be funny to canvas for votes for myself.
So you canvass for votes?
Yeah. I rigged the election, really.
We have a picture here. I think was this a picture you sent them, or is this just a picture that reflects your hotness? Here we have you on a hammock.
There it is.
Very defined. Very, yeah.
So, like, merman meets cupping.
Yeah.
That's my Tinder profile picture.
Wow.
Just sort of want them to know exactly what they're getting into. I'm so proud of that. Like, it's worrying that, because I think that's funnier than anything I'll ever produce. You know, actual work.
I mean, deliberately.
Yeah. I'm so happy with that picture.
OK, Joe, so you've got the book out, you've got the DVD out.
Yes, that's out a bit later, 21st of November, that one's out.
Joe, it's great to have you here. I know you're going to stick around because you're a huge Phil Collins fan.
I love Phil Collins.
All Phil Collins fans?